Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 as the Zunbil Empire. In our last episode we have been continuing our holy wars over here in the east. We have two left, which we're getting pretty close to finishing at this point. And we also had a holy war declared on us by the Abbasids, even though they are not a match for us in strength at this point. I guess they thought we would be too busy with our other wars to defend properly. But that's not really the case. I think we're doing okay. We're up to 31%. We'll definitely take a white piece if we can get it, I think, though. Since we're not really in need of money, which is the only substantial thing we'd gain out of pushing them to 100%. We have our troops kind of split up in two separate areas at this point, which is possibly a tactical error if the war lasts long enough for it to come back and bite us, but let's hope it doesn't. If they gathered all their forces and attacked one of our groups, they might be able to defeat one of our armies there, but that's okay. We'll hope that doesn't happen. Won another siege over here. And took some attrition as well, I think. My son Merwen makes sure everyone gets exactly the same amount of whatever sweets the cook gives the children. We are proud of him for being so just. Ooh, and we have 21,000 on the way over here, which could be a bit of a problem. Though I think we might have a decent chance if we can defend in the mountains. And let's see. We can fit all of these troops in one county, so I think we will, because the reinforcements would take too long to arrive otherwise. Took a very small amount of attrition, which is very slightly helpful. Took another siege up here, and we're about to take one more. Which we did, and we get an offer of peace from this character, so we will accept. And, oh yes, we were going to grant these counties to our son here. And we'll just give him all the lower titles as well. Which is kind of the lazy way to do it, but it shouldn't be too big a deal. We'll create the duchy title for him. And we should be able to create the kingdom title. Which is not strictly necessary because we're still a bit off our vassal limit, but we may as well do it. Cost us some piety, but that's okay. It was up the top. Congratulations, son. You are a king. So does this include the entire de jure kingdom of Delhi? I think it does, exactly. Okay, that's great. Only the one war remaining over here. We are at 83%. I suppose we'll go and fight some of the armies so we can end it a little bit quicker, if possible. This army is maybe heading over towards here. I assume they're not going to try to attack us 10k into 18k. But maybe once the other army here arrives, they'll be a bit more brave. In the meantime, we can keep sieging here. Or if they want to lose troops marching through the desert, that's also fine by me. Over here, let's see. Yeah, there's a shorter travel time between these provinces, so less worried about it. I think we'll even out the numbers here a bit so that we are a bit safer if they attack the smaller army. We took a siege there, that's good. Up to 59%, so it seems like white peace kind of territory. Yeah, we'll just take it. We don't really need 900 gold. Piety and prestige would be nice, but not really that useful either. That was a terrible idea, Abbasids. What were you thinking? Maybe we'll get our troops back home and disbanded. We did not manage to catch this army down here, but we'll take another try at it. Yeah, this is plains. And we can catch them with no river crossing if we go in from here, so let's try that. I would rather not be leading this army myself right now, though. Although I think I'm the only organizer that we have available, which means it would help out with actually catching them. Did I just reappoint myself? I did. Let's not do that. Okay. Yeah, we are not going to catch them. Oh, but we have somehow gotten to 100% anyway, so that's fine. We'll happily take it, enforce our demands. And we have these two counties here. Yeah, we've already given away the lower holdings here, we'll give them away here. And we'll grant these counties to carefully selected worthy characters. You can have this one. And you can have that one. So I believe this means we have the entire duchy here, which we can then create and grant it to, for example, this guy. And I guess we lost our stewards in the process, except we did not. Alright then. But we can disband our troops here, and we are at peace. I offered my diviner to hand the buzzard over to the falconer, but was careless enough to forget to put on its hood, and then lost my grip on the jesses as the bird flew to freedom. Oh. She's going to be annoyed that we lost her buzzard. That's pretty unfortunate. And right on time, our truce with the Byzantines is expiring, so we can wait for that to happen, and then we can declare some holy wars of our own against the Abbasids and the Byzantines, of course. Ooh, actually, this county that we want is currently under control of a Byzantine revolt. So I guess it's not going to make too much difference if we wait 37 days. I was going to say we should declare immediately, but we'll just wait the 37 days and declare at the same time. And with any luck, we can take two counties from the Byzantines at the same time and have to do one less war against them. Okay, our truces are over. We have raised army levies, do we? We do, okay. Or we did. So I think we want Aleppo, is that right? Yes. So we'll prioritize the war against the revolt and try to end that as quickly as possible, while at the same time trying not to end their war with the Byzantines, which is always a tricky balancing act. I think that basically means we want to not fight their armies if possible, and probably go and siege their capital. We will declare on the Abbasids for... I guess we'll take this county. Also going to want to take Basra eventually. And we also want to declare on the Byzantines themselves. And not for Albania or Armenia. We take this county up here, but I think we'll take this one first since it's closer to our other targets. Okay. We'll just raise our whole levy. And these troops will gather together over here. We want to start sieging our target up here as quickly as we can. And then we'll get our more distant troops on their long march over. And I guess we'll send them to here for the moment. So we miss this army. Okay, let's check on the state of the revolt. 23% in favor of the Emperor, okay, so seemingly not in immediate danger of ending. Our satrap has unearthed authentic love letters proving that this satrap is actually a bastard. Well, that's not something that we care about. Keep the information to ourselves. An emir has been called in. This is the same guy down here that gets called into everything. And we're kind of taking a dangerous path through here, but I think we'll actually avoid the enemy troops. Start getting our troops straight into our war goal here. And it looks like the Byzantines are fighting somebody else right now as well. Just an Orthodox uprising, okay. They're hostile towards the Knights of Calatrava for some reason. Okay. Well, that's fine. If they are losing troops up there, that's good news for us. We can invest in culture tech. I guess we'll get legalism. Because why not? We've gone over the supply limit here, so let's actually take a few troops out. A few thousand. We'll start gathering an army that we can start marching towards the rebel capital and siege that. He's got only 7,000 troops, the Byzantines have 14,000, so not really dangerous in terms of their military strength in either case there. And of course we know about the Abbasids' military strength, but they've probably disbanded all the armies that they previously had over here, and we'll have to re-raise them and march them all the way back, so we shouldn't expect to see them immediately. Our son Merwan asks, will I rule one day? No. Sorry. You have two younger brothers who are before you in line for the throne. But if we tell him that, he will most likely become envious, which I guess we don't want. We don't really want him to become ambitious either, but he could also be diligent or gregarious, which would be fine. Yeah, we'll just tell him, if you deserve it, you shall. And he became diligent. That's good. Alright then. We'll march on the rebel capital, we'll start sieging that. We'll fight this Byzantine army along the way. And I guess this one as well. We are attacking them in the mountains, but I think we'll be okay. And our son is trying to revoke a county from his vassal. I suppose this is probably the correct capital of the kingdom, so he wants it. I guess that's my fault. That's fine though. I'm sure he'll sort it out. I guess we could just grant him independence. Maybe we'll wait until he's settled down before we do that. Our son has come of age. Okay. Pretty good stewardship character. We probably don't want 900 troops on their own over here. We'll send them over to help out there. We won a battle. We are probably going to fight this Byzantine army in the desert, which is nice. That's fine. And then we're fighting the revolt army for dessert. And we'll get into the revolt capital and hopefully start sieging it. They are... oh, they're the ones who are at war with the Knights of Calatrava, I guess. Okay. That's fine. We are in control of the siege of the capital, so hopefully we'll get enough war score from this and our siege of the target holding to piece them out relatively quickly. The actual revolt is at 45% in favor of the Emperor, which is not great, but there is our first siege there. Hopefully the lower holdings are, well, no, they're mostly castles, so it's going to take a while. But we are up to 11%, so could be worse. Alright, we have 19,000 together over here. We should probably go and take out this Abbasid army before any further troops arrive to reinforce it. We have good commanders in charge. Let's unappoint ourselves, though. And we'll see if they try to get away, or if we're going to catch them. Yes and no are the answers, respectively. Okay. Well, let's see. They're headed to here. I guess we'll just continue where we're going for the moment. And unfortunately we're taking attrition here while we're sieging, which is not ideal. But we're only slightly over the limit, so I guess we'll leave it be. My son, make sure that everyone gets exactly the same amount of whatever sweets the cook gives the children. We will be proud of his sense of justice. Okay. Change their mind about going there. We'll see if we can catch them in here now. Which it looks like we are going to. We'll head back here. Oh, and here come the armies again. We'll just ignore them for the moment. We do have to keep prioritizing the war against the Byzantine revolts. We won this battle. We're up to 4% war score overall. We are following... Yeah, we're not following, hang on. We are... Yeah, they're headed to Man. So I guess we'll follow them to there and fight them again, but that is going to have to wait for the next episode because we're just about out of time for this one. So thanks for watching, and join me again then.